Alright, welcome back for another one of my silly videos of reviewing and potentially unboxing stuff. Well, I guess it's too late. I unboxed it before I managed to record because I got too excited about IEMs, cheap IEMs at that too. So this is, I think, $20. $20 IEM. Let's look at the specs. So 32 ohms impedance, frequency response, basic stuff, 20 to 20K, 1K hertz at 104 dB per millivolt, presentive, so not hard to drive at all. Single dynamic driver, 10 millimeter, 1.2 meter cable, 2-pin, and a 3.5 millimeter TR single ended. So basic aux 3.5 millimeter right there. There's also a optional USB Type-C one that have a mic on the cable as well. I'm not sure for how much extra money, but there is an option for that. But also, lucky for you, it's a detachable cable, so you can just swap out the cable to whatever you like. If you already have an IEM that have a 2-pin cable that you like, swap it in. Go for it. Or you can just stick with the stock one. The stock one is fine. It's like, soft, not like super memory holding. It is rather thin. So, for a $20 IEM, don't expect too much from the cable. But as long as they do well on the IEM, right, they should be fine, which they are. This is a pretty neutrally tuned IEM, at least from the first 5 or so hours of listening I've got from it. It is a pretty neutral tuned IEM. There is bass, there is treble, everything sounds fine. There's not like a huge, gigantic bass shelf, not like any honky or weird treble or mids. Overall, it's a well-balanced IEM, great for someone, say, if you're looking for like a one and done type of IEM for a budget. This thing's one of the top contenders, I would say. It sounds neutral, there's no like any exaggerated coloration, and it's also very well built. So you can see here, the faceplate here is actually textured, not printed, so textured. So this is CNC aluminum with a medical grade resin like shell. There's also left and right indicator right there, so that's left, and this is right, so you can hear it right. So metal on the faceplate, resin here. What else to say? Not much really. It's a simple, straightforward, like budget IEM have gotten so much better. Like the old days of like the Moondrop Quarks, that sounded meh, for like $15-ish. But I think this right now, it's a very good tuning, not like egregiously bass shelf or like the weird Harman stuff of like a bass shelf and then like a scoop, which sounds fine, sounds interesting, but like this is neutral in like the 2026 standards, right? And overall, easy to drive. Just drive it off like a basic dongle. You don't need like a $1,000, maybe not $100 DAC amp thingy to drive it. You don't need that. That's pretty much it. One gripe, I do have a thing I kind of hate about this IEM, which is the fucking nozzles. Not the nozzles, but the ear tips, or the nozzle itself too. So it comes with this like pretty box standard like silicone like nozzle or ear tip, but the nozzle of the IEM itself is wide. You can see right here. Let's just see. So you can see how much wider the actual nozzle of the IEM compared to the nozzle of the ear tips. So what's ended up happening is that after I unboxed it, I was sitting there and I spent more than 5 minutes trying to put this on to the IEM, because usually putting on ear tips does not require any tools and you can do it in like a minute. But the ear tip that comes have tiny little nozzles that just like tightly just fits and just grips the IEM's nozzle. So what I end up doing is grabbing one of these guys and I kind of just like press down on one side and just kind of use this to like loop the IEM, or the ear tips onto the IEM itself. So it stays on pretty securely right now. And like you can see, it's pretty stable on, so it's pretty stuck on right now. Of course you can switch, you can swap it out for your own size. There is 3 sizes, so 3 pairs of ear tips it comes with, so large, medium, small. For me, I'm using, because my ears are weird apparently, I'm using large on my left ear and medium on my right ear. And right now it sounds pretty good. I mean, of course, if I went medium on my left ear, it doesn't seal properly and there's like no bass. But once you got the correct ear tip and the nice seal, bass is there, everything just sounds solid. I'll definitely post like a little bit longer term, more detailed analysis later on, maybe in like a week or 2, or at least like a quick update, all right? Because I plan to use this as my like daily driver or like a beater IEM. Like it's $20, all right? Like there's not much to complain about. Maybe I'll go running with it or something like that. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope everyone have a good day. And yeah, like and subscribe. And yeah, bye.